going on, y'all? We're here at the Speakeasy. Actually sitting down with the owner of the Speakeasy, Mr. Jaymen Johnson. Thank you for being on the show, Jaymen.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, anytime, man. So, basically to get things started here, you want to give the people like a brief history of the Speakeasy, bro?
Sure. Well, we opened in 2013, right after the passing of Amendment 64. Early on I saw, early on clubs opened, but they weren't brick and mortar. They were, member clubs, but they hopped around from bar to bar. And the city didn't like that people were, consuming cannabis in bars, basically. So they started saying, we had to put an end to that. At that time, I thought it would be a good idea to make a brick and mortar place where people could come, have functions like weddings, birthdays, concerts, everything you can think of, album release parties, stuff like that, where they could come and do that in a cannabis-friendly environment. I knew I wanted it to be really nice. I wanted it to celebrate the end of prohibition, cannabis prohibition. And I started thinking about how similar it must have been to alcohol, the end of alcohol prohibition. And, if we kind of think it was just an easy transition, we'd be mistaken.
Right,
we kind of forget how hard they fought for that.
Right.
So I kind of wanted it to be an ode to that. And so, I thought, I want to try to make, within my means, I wanted to make kind of a higher end, nice, comfortable, clean, inviting, cannabis-friendly establishment with that Prohibition era theme. So that's when I came up with Speakeasy. Went out, looked at a bunch of places. I was able to find a landlord and a property that was, pretty good property. And so signed the lease on it, got it started. But you've been here, so you've been here since pretty much the beginning. So you guys know, it was a slow process. It was constantly adding more and more stuff. I think you guys were one of the first groups to come in and show us love. So.
Oh yeah, it was like.
So you've seen it. You've seen the changes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've definitely seen the evolution.
Yeah.
You put in a lot of time, and a lot of hard work into this place, man.
Well, I think what was most beautiful about it, music and marijuana, I think go hand in hand. I think they have a long, beautiful history together. So, what was really nice was just the way we were embraced by the music community, and the way they kind of showed us love. And even up to the legends and stuff, and sometimes, because we're a not-for-profit, so it can be a struggle financially at times, to keep it all. And so some of these guys, they show us a lot of consideration in that way, and they show us a lot of love, and it's been, essential to what we do. So, we always appreciate that. We appreciate the local love we get. That's been, without that, we wouldn't have anything. So,
how long you've been involved in the cannabis community?
Well, I just found some of my old red cards.
Right.
I was cleaning out my desk, but I actually got my first one in 2007. I got in the industry just before 2009.
Cool. So, for some of the people who've never been here before, could you explain some of the stuff there is to do when they come here for a first timer?
We're like a mix, I would say, between a comfortable living room and a bar.
Right.
I don't know if that's a fair assessment, but there's a lot of home quality to it, and then there's a lot of bar type establishment quality to it. We got the pool tables. We got a lot of private corners and private areas to sit and talk to each other. We got the jukebox. We got the dartboard. Of course, we do lots of live music, tons of live music and stuff. The gift shop. Of course, we've got the arcade in the back from Warp Zone. So Warp Zone, they specialize in classic console arcade. We just added the virtual reality, which exploded. People just love the virtual reality, which I think is really cool. Plus, we got all kinds of applications coming up. We've incorporated. Quan turned me on to the 360 technology, man. He got me jealous with his, with his boy toys, man, with his big boy toys, and I was like, that's cool, man. He got me on it, and so I've been researching it. We'll film some of our concerts, some of our big stuff like Bubba Sparks coming up, and Devin the Dude and all that. And we'll film that, and then anyone who misses it or kind of doubts that they were here,
we
can throw the VR helmet on them and show them what's up.
Like
Devin
right
can
here,
sing right in their face. Yeah. Devin can sing right in their face. They could turn around and see the audience behind them and stuff. It'll be good.
Man, speaking of Bubba Sparks and Devin the Dude, what's some of the events you guys got coming up?
We got Full Boy Marley on the 20th, along with 24 local acts, you know, some really talented. And what I like, Brandon Scroggins put that together. What I like about his shows, real eclectic. And of course, Devin on 423, we're working on, but have not finalized yet, Twista meet and greet.
Okay.
But that is most likely going to happen. We got Isham. You guys are on that show.
Yep.
We got Isham coming up in May. We got the Alcoholics.
Oh, that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, that's a great show. We got the Alcoholics for May. Plus, I'm really excited because they haven't been here in a while. But on the A+ show is Bullheaded. And those guys haven't been here in a minute. You know, they've been busy touring, doing all kinds of stuff, getting all over the place. So I'm excited to have them back because they always put on an insane show. I'd always love to bring back Afro. I know he's kind of old school, you know, I know. But to me, bro.
You got so many people who love Afro. Man.
Holy cow, man. And it's just, and everyone knows his songs, bro.
Right.
It's kind of like a guilty pleasure. Everyone wants to pretend like they don't, you know, like, oh, you know, Afro, man. Put on one of his songs, though.
Right.
Put on one of his songs and see it. Like, not everyone is mouthing along with the song.
It's true.
Everyone knows it.
It's like, even people who don't smoke pot knows at least because I got high.
I like Afro, man. He's really cool guy too, man. He's like one of those guys that he just sits there and smokes and drinks with you, and he'll tell you stories, and you guys hang out. It was fun in shooting the music video with him because he kept getting high and forgetting what we were doing. Yeah, he was cool.
So my last question, well, one of my last questions for you, Jaymen. What is it about the Speakeasy that sets it off from the rest of the lounges?
It's been hard in this industry to, you know, I hesitate to really say too much because it's always misinterpreted, you know what I mean? But I would like to think that what really sets us apart is the standard we try to hold, you know? I've had a long-held political stances. They've never wavered. They've always been the same. You know, you can find videos of me 4 years ago saying the same thing you'll find me saying last week. We take pride in, and that's not to say that others don't, but we take pride in cleanliness. We take pride in making it comfortable. You know, we just want to present the best of our community, if that makes sense. We just want to show people that we are not what you think we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that.
And you can have your dive bar with your bar flies, and you can have your Broadmoor that serves alcohol, you know, and brandy bars and cigar bars and stuff like that. Cannabis consumers are the same. They're just as wide, just as variety, you know, with all different levels of comfort and stuff. But what I think is that we, you know, I like to think that Speakeasy just tries to hold a high standard. You know, I want to see the community move forward. I want to see us move towards that bar model. We make our money off water sales and food sales and stuff like that. And then we put on these huge shows. So I hope people realize that, you know, where our heart is with you guys. You know, that we aren't putting this stuff into our pockets. You know what I mean? All we want to do is, you know, have something really cool that is ours.
Right.
You know?
Well, yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite places to come to.
Well, I appreciate that, man. You know, I hope that people find it comfortable and inviting. You know, I want to impress people with the shows we put on. With how professional we conduct ourselves.
You guys do a great job of doing that. Bro.
I appreciate you saying that, man. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys because you guys show up a lot, show a lot of love and a lot of support, and we appreciate that, you know. And hopefully we can keep killing shows together for a long time and stuff, man, and get some more mixtapes out there.
Right.
Oh, that's another thing, mixtape. Got the mixtape in the works, and we got a lot of people on that. We're about to add Devin to that, but we have currently Flip on it. We have Afro on it. We have DJ Unk on it. We have Little White on it. Who else? Michael, 5,000 Watts. is on it.
Nice.
We're gonna add Gino XL and we're gonna add Devin before it's done.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up.
It was mastered. I gotta do a shout out, Animus Invidious, and I can't remember what his mastering company is called right now.
Yeah.
I want to say it's called Tasty Mastering or something like that. Tasty Sound or something. I can't wait to release that because it's got some of the best artists, local artists from the Springs. But you know, we're gonna have 5 volumes to fit all the amount of talent we got in this town. It's kind of crazy how much talent this town. I don't know how you guys all ended up here, but you guys, this town is crazy sick with talent.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So yeah, before we wrap it up here, is there any shout outs you want to give out, Jim?
Yeah, I want to shout out Emerald Fields. They've been an awesome sponsor to us. They do chirps and tunes here. Shout out Live Well, because they also helped to sponsor us as well. I want to shout out Little Flip for all the love he's shown us. That guy couldn't have been showing us more love. He put us on an album without even telling us, sent us the album in the mail. It was awesome. You know, it has come here many times, just played pool and hung out. So, real good friend. You know, I want to shout out all the artists of Colorado Springs for keep showing us love. And we appreciate you holding your birthdays and album release parties with us. And we appreciate all the love and support you guys show us. So, hopefully we can keep it going.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So,
Cool. All right, y'all. It's another episode, Know What I'm Saying? Your host, Malice Black. Once again, Jaymen, thanks for being on the show, my man.
thank you.
Quan on the camera. Cornbread, Blood and Guts. Shout out to Mr. Trey. We out.